As a fan of Aretha Franklin, I wanted to know who the artist that she dug. And so she mentioned Mahalia Jackson, Clara Ward, who gospel singers that she held in high regard, Sarah Vaughan and Tone. But male artist is the one that she really held high regard. Her sister used to date Marvin Gaye, and she held him in high regard, obviously. She thought a lot of Stevie Wonder's songwriting ability. Everybody knows the man that she dug the most as an artist was Sam Cooke. She said that's everybody was aspiring to be Sam. She held him in the highest of regard. Barry White got a lot of love for her too, as well as an artist. She was very opinionated about artists. Let it be known how she felt. She had respect for Shaka Khan too. If you were soulful and you could sing, she held Otis Redding in high regard. She liked the Four Tops a lot. I always like to find out artists and who they respect for his talent, because there's a big difference when people be acting like they fawning over people and say, yeah, you're great, you're good, you're good. But when you can hear it in their music, you can tell. Now, the obvious thing with Aretha and Sam Cooke is because they both from the gospel, and then they went over towards the secular. Now, I would tell you another obvious influence on Aretha Franklin would probably be Ray Charles for that. Because if you ever listen to Live at the Fillmore, I think in 71, they performed together and it was off the donuts. All them old Live at the Fillmore records, if you can get your hands on them, from the late 60s to the 70s, those are must haves. Rest in peace, Billy Graham. Those Live at the Fillmore performances in Frisco was the business. If you want to hear artists live and bringing it, that's the ticket. So Aretha mentioned the artist that she mentioned. It all falls into line. It was like I could hear all that. You know, the times when I listen to an artist musically and they talk about the influences, and if you want to be able to trace it, you want to be able to say, yeah, I can hear that definitively. That is definitely part of it right there. So there was no doubts and nothing about it to deny it. So um, it was very obvious to the ear with that. Obviously with Clara Ward, and when you hear Mahalia Jackson, because Mahalia Jackson is one of the greatest vocalist gospel artists ever, period. So to hear all that come into fruition, that was not a surprise at all to hear that. So anyway, this was it's something that I like to look up. Who influenced who, whose styles, whose patterns, whose runs, whose trajectories. Just things that you can just put into perspective and think, yeah, I can so hear that. That sounds just like them. That's everything that they are. Just like that in perspective. So, um, I like that immensely. I think that that is, where it's at, and that artistry is everything. It means a great deal because then it's like put in perspective about, you know, uh, the totality of it all. So I like to hear it. I like the way it's conveyed. I like, and all those influences definitely, for that perspective. Because there's definitely a certain call and response, and you could definitely tell that, and understanding the musical language. And so she was such a versatile artist. She covered a wide range and very dynamic in tone and feel. So you can hear all that. And you can feel the blues, the gospel, uh, the soul sanctuary, the pop, all those elements are adding up. So it was nice to, Aretha Franklin and her musical influences. It's a good topic, and I think I'm going to be doing that quite a bit, looking at artists and who influenced them, inspired them, and what have you, and how they came to fruition. Please like, subscribe, welcome thoughts, comments, and I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands, keep your mind clear, watch out for another. Share it if you like, and hit that membership because when you do requests like this come true, stay safe, stay blessed, stay woke, stay free. I'm out. Peace.